Gas prices are way up again. Over the weekend, stations around the area increased their prices from $3.96 a gallon to $4.17. That's just 8 cents lower than the all-time record of $4.25. The price of a barrel of oil is now up around $112.
And Sue, at the top of the hour, we asked you to submit your questions about gas prices, and now we're taking those questions to oil industry analyst and gas price expert Patrick DeHaan from GasBuddy.com. Patrick, let's dive right in here. We'll start with Teresa from Three Rivers. She wants to know, why do retailers raise and lower their prices daily, even though they only fill their tanks once a week?
Well, sometimes a lot of these stations fill up every 2 to 3 days with gas. So, but a lot of the time, stations anticipate an increase in cost. They know that their wholesale cost has gone way up. In many cases, you're talking about hundreds or thousands of dollars of difference. So they raise their price in anticipation that their price will increase and try and recoup the money that they'll have to shell out ahead of time.
They're doing a little forecasting into the future, in a sense. Okay, Tyler from Kalamazoo, he had this question on Facebook. Why can't the U.S. use its own gas reserves to help the prices go down? I've heard this argument before. Argue against it.
We don't have gas reserves. We have oil reserves. So we have plenty of oil. That's not the problem here. This is the huge disconnect. We actually do not have gas reserves. We have inventories of gasoline, but we don't have specifically any reserves in cases like this where we can just unleash gasoline.
So a bit of a misconception out there of what we've actually got in storage, at least. Dan from Grand Rapids, and this is a big one too. What is a realistic timeline for gas prices to drop down under $3 if there even is one?
I don't know if Dan wants to really know the answer to that. It does look like a longer period of time. I really only see a chance of under $3 a gallon by fall, if even then.
Yeah, get ready. This is the new normal going into the summer. And finally, our last question here, Bob from Holland. Crude oil set its record price at $145 a barrel. That was back in July of 2008. We're now 8 cents from the record price of $4.25 for a gallon of gas. The current price for a barrel of oil, though, less than at $115. How do the experts explain this?
Bob's had a great question there from Bob. Reason what's going on, we have plenty of crude oil. In fact, so much crude oil in Oklahoma where much of it is stored that they're racing to build capacity. The problem here is that there's not enough gasoline in storage or in inventories ready to be sent to stations. And so what we're having, too much oil, not enough gasoline. That's why the disparity. Believe it or not, crude oil prices were down today. Gasoline futures went up just because we're continuing to be on shortage.
All right, that's the way it goes. Patrick DeHaan with GasBuddy.com. Thanks for your time tonight. We'll be right back.